a lot like golf.
Yeah.
Oh! See?
Okay, guys.
All right.
They can literally feel your energy, so we're going to do it to kind of just get into this a little more, okay?
Cena doing the skip the sauce. That is a sauce. Nice. That is a point for Saw. Or tie it up in the next round like game 7.
You guys, both your faces are priceless right now. Just priceless.
Yes, I think.
Okay, you guys ready? Okay, there's some rivalry going on.
Yeah, Cena just said if you let me win, I'll give you 5 points.
There it is.
No, for some reason it wasn't.
Got one. I got 2 of the 3 now. Just gotta get Sean tomorrow.
Pretty much.
Did you get? Hey, what up, everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you over my trip of SummerSlam. I was lucky enough to meet one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I was able to meet Triple H. Triple H to me, honestly, is my favorite. I guess you could say like wrestler of all time. When I got up there, as I was waiting in line, I was behind my group of friends, and I was sort of in a group by myself. My leg seriously started to shake. I've never really felt like that to meet a wrestler before. That I just got, just overall nervous. I didn't feel like I was going to break down or anything like that, but the first day I arrived in Los Angeles, when I went over and I was checking out where the wrestlers were staying, there was a long hallway inside the hotel, and in one of the ballrooms it was blocked off with security guards and like a red rope. And I got to see Triple H come in and out of that room along with Stephanie, and I stood 3 feet from the guy and locked eyes with him 2 or 3 times as he walked in and out of the room. One time he said that he was in a hurry and that he didn't have time right now, and another time he honestly didn't even say anything. I think he was coming back from the bathroom or something like that. But at least when Stephanie came by and we asked her if she had a second for us, she said that she was in a hurry. I don't exactly remember exactly what she said, but it was something along the lines of like toodaloo, and I told that to Miguel freaking 88, and he broke down laughing on that one. I honestly don't remember what she said, but in my mind that's what it was. But as I was standing there, I was marking out. I mean, this wasn't even to meet him in access, and I was just like, I'm standing like 2 feet away from Triple H, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, the guy I've always really looked up to. And as I climbed those steps at Access, I just I had no clue what I was going to say to this guy. I just as I was a big time wrestling fan, he got the strap in '99, and he climbed the ranks and became the guy for WWE at that time. When he was fighting guys like Mick Foley, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Undertaker, The Rock. This guy was headlining, at one of the peak times of WWE, the whole Attitude Era, where they had, the Golden Era. You had Macho Man, you had Hulk Hogan, and right now you guys got like John Cena as like your top guys. But that Attitude Era seriously had, like, I don't really know how to like put it, but like, those in baseball you always call them first ballot Hall of Famers. And that's really what the Attitude Era was, and I think that's why it was at the peak it was at, because they had so many guys that can main event pay-per-views. If you think of how many, pay-per-views were headlined with like 6-man tags or like 6-man elimination matches, because they only had one main event, and they had so many guys at that time, and Triple H was the guy during that period for so long. I just I climbed those steps, and I locked eyes with him. I handed him that plaque that I broke open with 20-0 on it. Taker had already signed it, and I was getting Sean and Hunter to complete the deal and make it like the complete package. I'm pretty sure the first time I did it with the 19-0 plaque, I'm pretty sure I was one of the first to do that, and I think people have seen my video and sort of copied the idea, and I think it's one of the best. I helped Miguel bust his, I'm not sure what it was, WrestleMania 25 plaque open for Sean to sign for him and Taker to complete that one. But in my mind, those plaques getting completely signed by everybody who's on them, it just makes them even more special to hang up on the wall. But when I climbed up on the stage and I was there with Triple H, Hunter, whatever you want to call him, I honestly was nothing but starstruck. It was one of the the biggest moments of me being a wrestling fan, being able to come that close with the guy. I know that I was only going to be able to spend 1 minute with him. And he asked me how I was, and he sort of, as I was there, I was, he looked at me kind of weird. And I thought it was kind of like, because I was an older wrestling fan and I was up there, and I don't know. But the words that came out of my mouth, honestly, were coming out so fast, I don't even think that they could be put together. And I just said, as I was growing up, I was a big Hulk Hogan fan. I had him on my sheets, I had him on my curtains, and I never thought anybody could ever beat Hulk Hogan as being my favorite wrestler. And right then I was like, oh shit, he's gonna think I'm a total mark, and I'm thinking like I'm gonna say that nobody could ever beat like Hulk Hogan being like in a match, and like I was referring to that dreadful 2002 Hogan versus Triple H match where Hogan beat Triple H for the title after he'd finally regained it at WrestleMania, beating Chris Jericho. And then they did that 1 month title reign where Hogan dropped the belt and to Taker. And I was like, oh shit. But I was like, I tried to save it, and I was just like, I was a huge wrestling fan, through your peak of, being on top and being the champion, and all those times I bought a pay-per-view, from like 99 on until like 2004, 2005. Every time I bought a pay-per-view is because you were on the card, and it didn't matter if you were on top in the main event or you just had some, normal match along the side. I always knew that you were going to have the best match, and it was going to be worth, the money that I was paying for. And I knew that, I was stumbling, and I was, if I was in a boxing match, I was ready to fall, because I'd been hit too many times. But I said, I don't know if that means anything to you, but it just means, for me, it means something to me to say that to you, and I hope this makes sense. And he says, I think I know what you're saying. I think I can put it together. I said, you are, without a doubt, you are, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and I know people say that to you all the time, but, if there's any words to say it, I honestly do mean it, and I mean, you're my guy. And then he said, all right, and in the meantime, he signed the plaque, and he was sort of looking at me, and he does that thing where he reaches out to grab a hold of you, and I thought that he was just trying to shake my hand, and he was like sort of like with his hand like pushing me like to look at the camera, and like so we can get the picture and get me out of there. And I did it because I was like, I thought he was actually trying to reach my hand and grab it, like, he was trying to shake my hand and say, yeah, but I was like, oh shit, we're taking the picture, no, and I honestly was flipping out, like, no, this isn't what I want, and as dramatic as that is, it's honestly what I was doing. And I just said, Triple H, I want to do the Triple H pose. And he said, oh, that's cool, that'll look good, but don't spit on me. And I was, I wouldn't spit on you, don't worry about that. And I just mimicked, doing the, I can't do it and hold the camera, but like, doing the Triple H pose like that. And as I turned around, the people that were shooting the video, they came up and they stuck the camera in my face like I was doing the Total Divas show, or like I was doing that Dorito shoot. And, I sat there and I held it because the red light on the camera, meaning that it was on, it was still recording, and I didn't like, I didn't know how long they wanted me to do it, but I felt like I did it for like a minute and a half. And I said, I can hold it all day. Just tell me when you're done. And the guy gave me the thumbs up. And so I turned around and I said, hey, Hunter, thank you very much. And with my other hand, I sort of smacked the free 8x10 matted photo, and I smacked it on top of the plaque. And as I went down to pick up my stuff, he had already been sitting down. I said, do you have time for one more real fast? And he just, scratched out the Triple H, the game on there. And that was awesome to walk away with 2 autographs. I don't really know what I'm going to do with that picture, but at least I can, have it. And it's a kind of an 8x10. It's kind of look a little weird, if I went out and got a frame for it and put it on the wall. But maybe someday it's what I'm going to do. I got to rearrange the plaques when I get home. But Triple H by far. I mean, until I meet Hogan in October, if Hogan's still with TNA then, and the Bound for Glory trip, I can't wait to make a video on my feelings about TNA. If my video wasn't so long that I made for the SummerSlam Experience video, me and Miguel, he sort of told me the SmackDown, I apologize, he told me the Impact spoilers for Thursday, and it enraged me, it pissed me off. Maybe if I get a chance, I'll watch Impact. Probably won't be tonight because of Monday Night Raw. But if I get a chance to watch that, I'll do the Impact review and give you my feelings on that. But man, Triple H, meeting him crossed a big name off my list. And I met a lot of guys. I'm going to try to make a video sooner than later about meeting John Cena. I need to make one about my experience meeting Jack Swagger, even if nobody cares about it but me. I can at least get that up. And I don't know. We'll figure it all out and get it into place. Thank you very much for putting up with me. I've posted a ton of videos in the last 2 days, and especially with all the videos from Disneyland last week. But you get a chance to meet Triple H, honestly do it. I bought the ticket. He was my #1 guy to meet for SummerSlam when I was drawing out who I was going to buy for access. And I look at it like this. Vince McMahon doesn't do any autograph signings. Very few times they've done, you can buy Vince McMahon autograph items like the 1 of 1,000 WrestleMania box or the Vince McMahon plaque when the McMahon DVD came out. And if you see, you know, how rare that is, you know, I'm sure they're going to put Triple H out there a couple more times, but there's going to come a day when he's not going to have any more time to do these autograph signings, and you're going to run out of time to meet him. And unless you're just in the right place at the right time, you know, I highly recommend, if you love Triple H the way I love Triple H, make sure you get a VIP for him for WrestleMania, or go to SummerSlam next year, and hopefully he's going to be there, because he's just not going to be around forever. So thank you very much, guys. Have a good day. I'm going to go get a burrito from the burrito shop across the street. Maybe if nobody's in there, maybe I come out and knock out a John Cena video for you guys. Peace out.